Okay, so Valentine's Day is tomorrow, kind of last minute video, or what I like to call Simpentine's Day. So we're just going to take this video and kind of talk about what it means to be a man in 2025 living through this crazy time of gaslighting and propaganda, social engineering campaigns basically designed to make you like a subservient simp to society and women who don't even respect you. Not that women can't and don't respect you, like in the micro, but just in terms of like the macro society, how things like the psychological operation of Valentine's Day are, weaponized. It's most likely for the average guy not smart to partake in these situations. So let's like talk about some of these tweets and some other very smart people in this space, and kind of get that wisdom in our head of how to kind of tackle this world that we live in. So this is the first tweet. I've just been kind of posting some content about it recently. So this is one of my followers, really good guy. I follow him too, obviously. And this is kind of about, I kind of tie Valentine's into this tweet. So let's talk about what his tweet was a couple of days ago. He says, ladies, stop complaining about situationships. If you're in a situationship and he's just not making it official, it's because you're dating out of your league. Date a guy on your level and you'll see that he can't wait to ask you to be his girlfriend. But he spends time with me, she says. Okay, so he goes out with you and has sex with you. So what? You think that therefore means you're on his level? Girls are so fucking stupid. But we have so much fun and have such a good time together. Yeah, that's all it was to him. Fun. You're just a bit of fun. That's it. Nothing more. Good enough for a shag or two. Not good enough to make the full upgrade. And this is kind of, he's demonstrating in a way of hypergamy of, women date across and up the sexual dominance hierarchy and try and like lock down higher value guys, and men generally date across and down the sexual dominance hierarchy. There are exceptions to every rule. And, you might see like my girlfriend, I don't call her that, but that's just for purpose of this video. She calls me my boyfriend. But I spoke about this with her a couple months ago. And she was like, trying to show me all of these examples of like, no, that's not true, this and that. And they actually were true. And then like a day or two later, she comes to me, she's like, actually, you're right. And actually sent me like a tweet or something about it, like kind of confirming that I was right. So it's just very right. Even girls accept it. They're just obviously emotional and would love to believe that men are pulling out of their league. For some reason, I think it's a power dynamic thing in their brain. Like they would like to believe that they're like a good person or something and they date like ugly guys because they like things more than personality, which is not true. They date across and up. This is how the world gets stronger. It's how genetics work. Just use your brain. It's common sense. Not to go on a full monologue on that. That's to say that's kind of what he's talking about here. He has really good content. If you're on X, I would recommend checking him out. And this other guy I follow, and he follows me too, Nuke, he responded, women prefer situationships. They would rather share an alpha than be saddled with a dutiful, loyal beta. That's pretty funny, but it's true too. And it's kind of just an extension of what he's talking about with like alpha fucks beta bucks. I don't really like alpha, beta, whatever, but it's like the concept of kind of the desirable and the undesirable. You could make those words, they're synonyms, kind of like the desirable fucks, the beta or the undesirable gets fucked over basically, or beta or undesirable bucks. It's all the same thing. It's just ideas at the end of the day. It's for you to make a mental model of, in a way. So my response to this was situationships give her drama, which is why women love them. Women are thinking, does he like me? I wonder what other girls he's fucking. At least he's able to pull other girls. The flower, this is kind of where Simpentine's Day comes into play. The flower bringing chocolate shimp stimulates nothing. And some cool, I actually like this one a lot. Drama for women is like cocaine for the junkie. Women will do anything to bag an alpha or desirable. And that enigma keeps her sexually drawn to him. She's stimulated by his mystery, which keeps her around. All very good points. And even a story I have recently on this topic, that actually kind of stimulated this response from me, was I was on a family trip with my girl last weekend and her sisters were there and stuff like that. And long story short, she told me that she was talking with one of her sisters about me, and she's like, I can tell he really likes you and you really like him, and like basically saying like we have a good relationship. And then my girl said to the sister something along the lines, I was trying to remember exactly what she told me, but maybe I'll ask her tomorrow and kind of follow up on this. But she was like, yeah, he actually used to be kind of like a big player in a way. Not that I like present myself as some big like alpha player or whatever, but I just talk about my past sometimes and like kind of experiences I've gone through just to build rapport and relationship, with her. And her sister was like, oh, really? Kind of like questioned her about it. And then my girl kind of told me that for a second, she thought like, oh, what if he was like trying to like DHV, like literally demonstrate higher value to her? Because like I know that that's something that like makes men valuable. And she acknowledged the fact that it makes you valuable as a man to have other girls, especially that you've been with or could be with. And that's literally what she said word for word was, at least he's able to pull other girls, is what she told me. She's like, it's fucked up, but at least you're able to pull other, like, so she even verbalized that. And most of what I'm putting on X and YouTube is like from my personal experiences and clients, friends that I work with and stuff like that too, obviously. But it's all intuitive. I'm an ENTP, so the T is intuition or intuitive, very intuitive person. And I learned from like the world and kind of like drawing intuitions into like these things where this is just some shit I pulled out of my ass. Like this is a literal thing that she said. And these are more things that are just like implied by a lot of things that girls say. And even like her when she's talking about like worrying about me, like cheating on her or whatever. This is basically like what girls think in the beginning of relationships. Or like, oh, I wonder what other girls he's with. Like when you have abundance and stuff. And they're even wondering like, does he like me? And I know that because she literally would be like, and girl would literally be like, do you like me? So moving on to the next post, another funny dude on X, Murray Hill guy. He says, is this, and he kind of has like edgy content in this, and he talks a lot about dating stuff too. So he's a pretty good follow. Kind of like also see his response, the people that respond are very interesting. But he says, is this an all-time Hinge/dating app like week? Obviously is. I've gotten 50 plus inbound likes in the last few days. Haven't said yes to a single person or sent out a single like myself, or people that desperate for a Valentine. And my response was, all the girls who procrastinate Simpentine's Day, like they're trying to finish schoolwork right before class starts, not going to make it. And this is what girls are doing. This is what people do with their life. If you really want to think about them, just human nature as a whole, and this kind of goes into this too in a second. Well, we'll do these in tandem. So look at this. No clickbait, new like animation. So if you like it right here, see, look, it literally does a Valentine's heart thing. I'm not like that, but just because for the PSYOP purposes, but new PSYOP drop. See, when hype and the social stuff like this gets presented, like it's very socially loaded emotional construct of like girls being, actually, I think Nuke, look, stop wasting time and start texting. They're sad and need some companionship tomorrow. Because this girl says, best romantic comedy ever. I want to watch some sappy shit tonight. Because of Valentine's Day. Even she's kind of an NPC. You see, like a lot of girls are NPCs and they're very hive-minded. That's the point here. So like this is no coincidence, obviously. The propaganda going around, the hype surrounding the romantic day, even though it's a bunch of psyop, we all know it's bullshit. It's just the nature of human beings getting FOMO. It's called FOMO, fear of missing out. I'm sure you've heard of that, especially in like marketing and world and stuff like that. It's just, you start feeling this like you're being left behind, and that's the thing. A lot of these girls, Morgan Stanley, I'll leave the link to the study in the description of this video. They projected, I believe it is 45% of working age women, I believe it's 24 or 25 to 45 by 2030 are going to be single and childless. So this is not just some theory. This is like an institutional Morgan Stanley like statistic of this in real life, like that we're living through right now. These women are procrastinating their whole life. And the reason why he's Murray Hill in New York City. So the reason why, they're doing this and why they're kind of living this procrastinated life is because they go to work and they are becoming boss babes and they're becoming like strong, independent, I don't need no man, whatever. And they think I was on a space last night with Nuke listening and stuff, and a nuclear called Dilo, and he was speaking. This woman joined his space, and she's 40. She's like, actually study, and I didn't fact check this, but I would assume she's like, women after 40 have healthier kids, and she's 40 and her husband's 48 and all this stuff. And I'm just like, this is how women think now. They think that they're going to live forever. People think, oh, I'm just going to live forever. We're all going to die. So you can't procrastinate. You put something off for tomorrow. There's no tomorrow. There's only right now. It's so cheesy kind of to say, but it's like, it's true. It's cliche, but we're living right now. There's no tomorrow. There's no procrastination. You're living now. So unfortunately, these girls are going to have a very rude awakening. The 20s-year-old girls, millennials, Gen Zs and stuff, they're procrastinating their whole life away. They're going to look back when they're 40, 45 and regret their decisions. They already are, and they're going to even more. So moving on, saying you literally have no game if you use a day as an excuse to simp. So here we go. Jay said yesterday, doing anything for Valentine's Day, you failed as a man. This is fake manufactured day that was created to sell flowers, chocolates, plush toys, and jewelry that should be called International Beta Day. And you don't even have the balls to not play along with it. Pathetic. That's the Simpentine's Day. And he says, it's the ultimate shit test. Most guys fail it. Effing pathetic. And I said, but, no buts. Slaves to social engineering campaigns designed to make men subservient consumeristic simps. That's what it is. It's kind of like Christmas, or maybe not Christmas per se, but the holiday, Black Friday, where a lot of commerce brands get like, I don't really know the statistic, but say like half of their year revenue from Black Friday to the end of the year, because these things are designed to print money. Okay, that's what Valentine's Day is designed for. I went to the grocery store a couple days ago, yesterday. I see people walking out with like plush toys or chocolates and this and that. It's like, dude, what are you doing? You're literally an NPC if you celebrate this thing. So that's the video. Leave your thoughts on Valentine's Day in the description and whether or not you're celebrating it. And I'll see you next one. Peace.